What's up everybody, my name's Chance and today we're going to be playing a mono red discard deck. And you can see we have Glinthorn Buccaneer as our picture for the deck. So before we go and hop in and discuss why we're exactly playing him and what this deck is all about, I would like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions for this video, future videos, or past videos. Furthermore, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It is free and it's a great way to support the channel, as well as get an update every time I put out a video such as this one. If you're looking to support the channel through a monetary means, you can hit the join button down below the video. It'll give you a list of perks you can acquire upon joining up. And last but not least, if you're looking to pick up some magic cards while supporting the channel, you can head over to tcgplayer.com and use the promo code TheNewDrSpilikin. Now, on into what we're playing with. So, Glinthorn Buccaneer. I saw this card the other day and I was like, wow, how have I never tried a deck around that, right? So, it's a 3-mana 2/4 with haste that reads, whenever you discard a card, Glinthorn Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. You can pay 2 mana and discard a card and draw a card. You can only activate this ability if Glinthorn Buccaneer is attacking. So, it is a a bit of a finicky clause, but because you have to pay and you have to discard, but the whole point is to discard with Glinthorn. So based around that, we have some thrill possibilities, we have some Cavalier of Flames, we have some Nehebs, and in general, I found, and Chandra's Regulator, let's not forget about that one. In general though, I found this deck is really dope. Like it's fun to play, it picks up victories, and it always seems to surprise my opponent. So we have 2 copies of Samut Sprint to give haste to the Drakuseth on those rare occasions where you just have enough mana, right? Or I mean, you can also give haste to like Neheb, Cavalier of Flame, whatever you need. But 2 copies is fine, because trust me, any more than that, you're gonna be drawing them as blank cards and not really using them to their full effect. Moving us down, we have 3 copies of Shock and 2 copies of Lava Coil for some removal / targeted damage. Lava Coil not so much, but Shock obviously. Chandra's Regulator going to allow us to discard cards and draw cards, which that's the whole point behind this deck. 4 copies of Marauding Raptor, as this is going to help us reduce the cost of Drakuseth, of Cavalier, of Neheb, of Glinthorn, of basically everything. And the only card that it really sort of rubs wrong against is the Runaway Steam-Kins, but rarely will you ever see those 2 in succession. If you do, obviously, you play the Steam-Kin and then the Raptor, okay? And trust me, Raptor is a card that people try to remove, and if they're not removing your Raptor, is it really a loss for you? No. So just keep back the Steam-Kin, because you know that board wipe or targeted removal is probably coming for your Dino, and you'll be able to get it down soon. So don't play ridiculous, you know? That's all I gotta say. 4 copies of Thrill Possibility to again discard us a card as well as drawing us cards. Glinthorn we've already been over. Irencrag Feat is going to allow us to get down Drakuseth on turn 4. Granted, we have the card combination, right? Or gonna allow us to cast a Sundering Stroke, which again with this deck helps us just finish the opponent off. Moving us down from that, we have 2 copies of Neheb and 2 copies of Cavalier of Flame. Neheb is going to allow us to discard any number of cards, draw that many cards, and add that much red mana until the end of the turn. We don't lose the mana as the steps and phases progress, which is super important to note, okay? Because a lot of times whenever you're gaining mana, say you choose to gain the mana in the combat phase, when you go to your second and main phase, you'll no longer have the mana. However, with Neheb, it'll stay with you from first main phase through to, in turn, in step, whatever you want to call it. Cavalier of Flame is going to allow you to give your creatures haste without needing the Samut Sprint, which is why I say 2 is perfectly fine. Furthermore, whenever it enters the battlefield, you're going to immediately be able to discard any number of cards and draw that many. And then even further past that, whenever it dies, you're going to deal X damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control, where X is the number of lands in your graveyard. Now, since we're going to be discarding a whole lot of cards, and we're going to be reducing the cost of our larger cost cards, realistically, we discard a lot of lands, to the point where Cavalier of Flame dying could actually be a win con, and they won't want to kill it, right? They'll try to find some way to remove it without killing it, which is, it's even harder than trying to remove a creature with killing it, right? Moving us down, we do have 1 copy of Embercleave to help us finish the game sometimes, because sometimes all you need is that extra little oomph, right? That little surprise Embercleave. Now, if you want to, if you just absolutely love this card, all about it, you can certainly go up to 2 copies here and go down to 3 copies here. But as Marauding Raptor is a bit more rare nowadays, I decided I wanted to play more copies of it and less copies of Embercleave, because Embercleave is, it's a little overplayed nowadays, you know? I'll admit myself, whenever it first came out, I was like, whoa, this card is so good, and it is so good. But, you know, it's not an Embercleave deck, it's just in here because it's a good card, and I enjoy it. And then last but not least, we have Drakuseth, Maw of Flames, and Sundering Stroke. Sort of our in-game, our top-end, our coup de grace, if you will, right? So Drakuseth obviously going to be coming down, and if we can give it haste, it's going to be, you know, depending if we give it with Samut Sprint or if we give it with Cavalier of Flame, it's going to be an 8-7 or a 9-8. And then furthermore, getting to deal the 4 damage to any target, 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. You know, it's fun. It's a really fun card to play. And then Sundering Stroke, of course, we're playing only red mana, so every time we do cast this, it's going to deal 7 damage divided among 3 targets, so 21 damage total, which again is just huge. And then of course we have our lands. So that's going to do it for the deck tech or deck breakdown. Now we're going to go and hop right into some matches. Alrighty, here we are in a game 1 up against Zaruka. Sure, I'll keep. It's a greedy hand, but when do I turn away from a greedy hand? Rarely is the answer. Rarely. Plus, we have Thrill of Possibility, so we can always draw out more cards, which we probably will. So let's see. Archide Troll coming down for our foe. We're going to go ahead and discard a mountain, draw 2 cards, Embercleave and Irencrag Feet. Ooh, Irencrag Feet is really interesting, actually, because it means that next turn we can go ahead and get down to Drakuseth. Turn 4. God, I love turn 4 Drakuseth. It's so fun. Beanstalk Giant. Cool. And it is mono green, so at least we know they're not going to Murderous Rider our Drakuseth as soon as it hits, right? Oh, so there we go, Drakuseth. And we'll actually be able to get down an Embercleave on our Drakuseth come next turn, which is lethal if Drakuseth can survive. If and only if. Oh, okay, so, well, we had lethal by turn 5, Drakuseth, Embercleave on Drakuseth, right? It deals 16 damage itself and then 4 damage from its ability. So yeah, GG game 1, turn 5 lethal. Get out of here. On to a game 2. Geomark 3 or Geomark, I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be our next foe for the day, and hopefully they won't just concede to the greed. Sure, he says. I mean, we have a decent top end curve, not so much of a bottom end curve, but we can always throw a possibility and get rid of the Chandra's Regulator, try to find something else to get us started down this path. You know what I kind of wish I did, and it would be very difficult for me to, but I wish I had the opportunity, like the ability to. I wish I could record these games towards the nighttime. In the morning, all you get, and no offense to anyone that plays Magic in the morning, but in the morning, all you get is these control players, these net deckers, these like unfun people to play with. Honestly, it's just like so disgusting. Now, our friend Geomark here seems to have something up their sleeve, something a little bit different, which could be nice. Could be nice for sure. So we're gonna throw down our Glinthorn and get in a little bit of free damage there. But yeah, people in the morning are always playing these like ultra control decks or these super net decks, and you're like, boy, who pissed y'all off this early to make you want to like fuck someone else's day, you know? Because that's basically what control players are doing. That's where they get their enjoyment, right? And you can't tell me no, control players, if you're out there watching. You can't be like, no, it's totally not why I play control. Because why else would you? You know, why else would you play something that's like, no, No. And that's what control does, right? And y'all know I like to rag on control, so don't take it offensively if you're one of the people that play control, okay? Just relax. $10 says they have a Murderous Rider with which to kill both of my creatures come next turn. What do y'all think? Yay? Nay? Maybe? Don't want to discard any cards here. Or do I want to wait and discard a card with Neheb? Or do I want to not discard any cards at all because I'm at 5 mana? That would be 6. Sure, we'll submit 0. Get in the lovely 7 damage. They're going to get a return 4 back at me. Alright, decline. So what we can actually do come next turn with Neheb is we can swing in, discard 2 cards, and afford our Sundering Stroke if they don't kill our Neheb here. If they kill our Cavalier of Flame, we're fine. If they kill our Neheb, and it looks like they're going to, so fantastic, right? That's going to deal how much damage? None? We don't have any, we haven't discarded any lands? No, we only have 3 cards in the graveyard. Oh well. And I was wrong. They didn't have a Murderous Rider. That is like literally the most surprising shit I have seen all day. So we swing in with Neheb, right? We swing here. And here? Yeah, I think that's fine actually. So we swing with both. I need Neheb to get through. You really need Neheb to get through. So that way I can Sundering Stroke, right? I can worry about Drakuseth later. For right now, the main goal is getting that Sundering Stroke off, removing their cards from the battlefield, and dealing a little bit of sweet, sweet damage to their face. Yes. Block the Glinthorn. Block the Glinthorn. Please. They're not blocking anything. What the fuck? Is that really what you wanted to do there, Geo? Alrighty, so game 2, Neheb, the Clutchster, Mr. Clutchingson himself, Clutchy McClutcherson. Anyways, yeah, picking up a game 2. Sorry for the little bit of a rant about control decks there. I'll pick a different topic for the next game. On to a game 3. Shagoki? Gonna be our next foe for the day. Well, sure, I'll keep it. Sure, I will keep it. Gilded Goose. Oh, man, I love seeing a good old Gilded Goose turn 1. Gives me so much faith and confidence in my opponent's deck. I do like seeing 2 Glinthorns in my first hand. Oh, they're playing Teamer. Alright. The lob is up. Does it get quenched? No! Yeah, there you go, Marauding Raptor. Look at you on the battlefield with your bad self. Look at you coming back to my hand with your bad self. How the hell did they cast that, by the way? Oh yeah, it only cost 2. I was looking at Brazen Borrower, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Alright. Marauding Raptor, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna throw your bad self back down. We could always shock their Gilded Goose. Look, motherfucker. You think you're funny. Oh, ba-dum-bum, ba-ba-bum. Although I will say I'm happy to see Teamer. Teamer is not a color style you see that often anymore, right? It's just like it doesn't exist. Hey, Fae of Wishes. Oh, this is Teamer Reclamation, isn't it? Teamer Wilderness Reclamation. I'm assuming. I could be wrong. Assuming does occasionally make an ass out of you and me. Chandra. The fuck? I mean, yeah, they're 1 mana away from her, but it's just a little surprising, honestly. All right, Glinthorn Buccaneer, get in there, deal some damage, kill their goose, do something. All right, so we do have enough mana for Irencrag Feet. Granted, we can draw into a Drakuseth or the Sundering Stroke. That's the other thing. So on the bright side, they've already cast 2 of their Brazen Borrowers. How many more can they seriously have? Am I right? Bone Crusher Giant. I suppose that does the job as well, huh? Oh well. All in a day's work. So we're not going to Sundering Stroke quite yet. We're going to wait because I do want to get down the Glinthorn Buccaneer. We're going to wait because we can. So next to blockers, they're not going to block here, I don't believe. Next to damage, we are going to shock their goose out here, so they can't just play that Chandra, right? They have to hit a land. Bum 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 bum. All right, so they're going to go up to 4 mana. What can they get down with 4 mana? Bone Crusher Giant. Probably a Bone Crusher Giant, in which case we Irencrag Feet. Irencrag Feet. Yeah, okay. So this Sundering Stroke. There. That's gonna take him down to 5. Oh, we're so close. So close! 1 damage away. If I could just discard a card, can I just like, I don't need this anymore. Now watch, Chandra hits the battlefield. They somehow remove all my cards. Come back and beat me at 1 health. I'm not taunting the idea, I'm just saying it could very well happen. Shigoki though, no, they are gonna scoop it out. We're gonna go 3-0 with mono red discard. Oh my goodness. What? I did not expect that to go so well. Glinthorn Buccaneer, what an interesting card. How many copies did I have in this? Did I have 3 or 4? Let me see something real quick. I only have 3. Ooh. With 4 copies of Glinthorn, that could be really good because it really increases your chances of getting 2 down at the same time. Oh, that could be beautiful. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this this different take on mono red today, and hopefully I've encouraged you to go out and try something a little bit new. Now, as always, I'll see y'all either later tonight or tomorrow, and of course, peace.